Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Steelers and the Pats. All that and more coming up next.
It's a site that has seen more than its fair share of great playoff memories the last few decades, and more could be in store as we've got playoff football again at sold-out Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Straight ahead, we punch the second of two tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New England Patriots. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Patriots are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's first and goal. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Second and goal from the 1. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Patriots are on the board first here in this division round matchup. And he clinks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Steelers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And space tough to come by there. So he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's one deep for Pickens. And this one is incomplete.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown, they got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Brown now on 1st and 10. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Then he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 39 yards. We know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting. Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the 1st quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there with an amazing diving catch. And the Patriots are able to stretch out their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. A little juke, and they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He had 6 catches in the wild card win, and that's his first one here in the divisional round, and it's a 1st down. Harris running straight ahead. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 55 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pickens on the slant. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 13-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. This taken in right around the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Brown. And got his man complete. A big play there for New England. 54 yards.
I tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big, big yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round weekend. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 9-yard touchdown run. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Ryland on for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Just a 4-play drive that time. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field. So they'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had, though, during that break about, okay, they've got to do...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Now Ryland for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Pittsburgh Steelers and running back Najee Harris. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's a step. And a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's Ward, complete right side. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Back to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Pats going to get one final possession in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Brown. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
So it's on to halftime of this AFC Divisional Round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this Divisional Round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville, where you see the final score there. Zay Flowers, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these 2 teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Through the middle of the field. He may go. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Ryland on for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now out come the Steelers. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Pickens going in motion left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that's going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at it that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. It's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, with that last possession, needing only the one play to find the end zone on the rushing touchdown.
Yeah, they got that together collectively, didn't they? Total group effort. Although the guy toting the rock, he gets all the credit. It was blocked up so well. The only thing stopping him was running into the goalpost in the back of the end zone.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now he's into the clear again. He may go. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Ryland for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On third down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. Back to throw now on first down. Finding Pickens for another catch. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
They hand this off to Harris. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here comes third and the length of the football. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. On the give, this is Harris. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. They'll set up a throw. Finding his target, it's Ward. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great play there. 33 yards. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27.
Steelers 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to the hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
Here's Brown looking to throw on 2nd down. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And they're going to have this this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff running through the middle. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. Second down and 6 now. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
195 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Abanikanda is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
And they'll go again with Abanikanda. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Ryland on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Back out is the kicker Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They knew this would be tough on the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Down the right sideline. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And that touchdown there, it's not going to get them a win. It makes things, though, a little more respectable.
Yeah, a little more palatable going out in this ball game. A little something to build on going into the next game, but it won't alter the final score.
The try here for the extra point. That's a long ball scooped up by the offense. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Yeah, the Patriots gearing up to go now. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. The give now to Abanikanda. Escapes the defender, and he works free. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis.
It's the AFC Championship game, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through New England. It's the Ravens and the Patriots, and it's all up next.
It's a site that has seen more than its fair share of great playoff memories the last few decades, and more could be in store as we've got playoff football again at sold-out Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the New England Patriots. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
And we talked about it last week, the pressure of not just playing in the playoffs and now in the championship game as they try to close out a perfect 19-0 season. Of all the games they've played, though, this year, this is far and away the toughest one. If they find a way to win it, guess what the next one will be? The toughest one they've played. That's what happens when you have a perfect record on the line.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw. Brown. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down. Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Owens. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Craig. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So back onto the field come the Pats for their... This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And he fits him off. But it's not going to work. He'll go down. They got him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2nd and 10.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Operating from the gun. Brown. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 21. A gain of 22.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now Brown on 1st down. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Patriots. From 21 yards away. And the Patriots are able to extend their lead. Now Ryland for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And the Ravens taking the field. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Jackson now. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Jackson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
And the Ravens first down.
And Jackson throwing once more. He finds his man, complete. It's Owens. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Craig. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. New England's offense set to go. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Brown to throw on second down. And they work field across the 45. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Operating from the gun, Brown. Tied in over the middle, complete. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Brown now throwing on first down. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. Touchdown! A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots are able to add on to that lead. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
The extra point by Ryland up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Zay Flowers and his offense about to begin their next drive. Last drive, the touchdown, 4 catches. Really good. He was. They were not good on the other side trying to stop him. What do they need to do?
Well, this is where the entire staff has to get involved, because we always focus on the defensive coordinator. But he needs help from other people with their eyes and their expertise, and he needs to listen to them. And sometimes you just can't afford to wait on a drive and say, okay, let's get to the sidelines and start over. You need to find a way in the middle of that drive to start taking away what's hurting you.
Yeah, in-series adjustments, and how do you do that?
Well, what you do is you listen to what everyone else is telling you, what they're seeing, the patterns that are developing, and maybe you just start running extra bodies and take away that particular player.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throw caught by Flowers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down now, but that clock rolling. Jackson will throw again. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-17. That time 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Pats going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well, because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he'll be out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know that's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the goal line.
And his kick is indeed good. So 3 points on the board. As easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
But
Coach,
first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure. Both these teams going through their final adjustments before the second half. Which one will lift the Lamar Hunt Trophy? To find out, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Craig. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 59 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Quiet.
They've
Here
kept
we go
him in
with the
check
BS.
until that run. That's the first
like
time
that
he's really
game
got
with
loose in this
Jacksonville.
And you have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
Now Jackson on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Owens. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Craig. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Here we go again. Now, let's see if my man can knock 2 people down.
Partner, I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6.
So the game figured it's going to let me get this sack. Watch it let Lamar Jackson throw a 20-yard pass.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
On second down, here's Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Joe Tryon showcasing the pass rush.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold him. Let's get the ball back for us.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They're rocking and rolling, but the scoreboard doesn't show a big difference. You know, maybe it's one of those games where coaches say you can't miss your turn on offense.
I like the way you phrased it, especially with that. I love that rocking and rolling, because the explosions on offense are happening. So that's going to keep the crowd going. They're loving that. But defensively, they just can't get it together to get the stops they've needed in order to help increase their margin. They've got to find a way, but you're not counting on it. It's exactly what you said. Can't miss your turn, can't miss your opportunity.
Yeah, they're going for another opportunity now. Here's Brown, looking to throw on second down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Oh, he fakes a spike. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
To throw on second down, Brown. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Brown. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Pats are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Ryland on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a New England touchdown. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 75 yards.
Really?
And the Ravens are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That's caught. And he's not going to get in as a try for two comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now Brown throwing to start the drive. It's complete to Cook. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Patriots.
See you later. Y'all want to play? Two can play that game. See you later.
And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Now Ryland for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Baltimore Raven offense returns, and we see wide receiver Rashad Bateman bringing him out. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. On second down, Jackson.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack. And a turnover.
See you next year.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Now this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Ryland on for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And now they're in the hurry-up. 3rd and 2, here's Jackson. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. He finds his man, complete. It's Owens. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. John Harbaugh.
Wow, what a defensive stand. No joke, these 2 games. Hope it stretches out to the Super Bowl, because I got a revenge on my mind from last year's loss.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out from this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
46 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. He ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. from the gun. They'll try to run it. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. All the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. 33 yards. And the Patriots continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. Extra point by Ryland, up and good, and that will bump the lead up to 26. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And the AFC champion has been crowned onto the Super Bowl. There cannot be a better feeling than this.
It's almost indescribable. And when we talk to players from the past, a lot of them mention getting to the Super Bowl, winning a conference championship, even before they talk about the Super Bowl itself. All that hard work to get to your goal, incredible.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Patriots and the Cowboys, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion New England Patriots taking on the NFC champions, the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, and this is what every one of these guys waits for each and every week, CD, that moment of anticipation just before the game begins.
I know most of these guys have played well over 100 games dating back to their high school days. Imagine that number if you go all the way back to the Little League type of ball. But that excitement before a game, it never gets old. They all know how to channel it once they actually kick this one off, though.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go to wrap up this Sunday of action. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here come the Patriots getting ready on offense. And they'll be let out by their 6-year quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. Right now, there's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Brown. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Everyone rolls into the Super Bowl saying, hey, I'm confident. I'll just do what I did before. But let's face it, you got to be wary of the jitters going into a big game like this. Super Bowl's unlike any other game you're going to play.
And now he's starting out 0 for 2. We'll see if he can rebound. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Brown. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. There's Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Sherman.
Here's the BS. I missed 3 passes in a row. Here's the BS.
The Cowboys have a 1st down. Charles, that's a route that you and I have seen time and time again in our years up in this booth, and that executed well and a great throw, too.
And sometimes, even if you know it's coming, the execution will trump whatever you do on the defensive side of the ball. Plus, it was a well-thrown football. A nice, healthy gain right there.
Now a 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Parker, I think this one won't arrive very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Throwing to start the drive. Brown got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job. You chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense keeps him out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it, because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sound in their coverage. No one is breaking free, and those ball carriers are getting tagged. If I were them, I'd think very hard about just taking 3 points and taking their dignity and moving on.
And the ball's at the 2, spotted at the 2, so a pretty good chunk to go. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now a throw here to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Brown. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of up. Down the numbers. There he goes. Down to the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 66 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And that'll do it for the first quarter of Super Bowl 65. Still 3 more to play until we crown a champion. 10-zip our score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports. Back and ready to go for the second quarter now at Super Bowl 65. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. New England's offense set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And, Charles, everybody here this week talking about the quest for the 7th Super Bowl title for this head coach, one that will put him in the top spot in the modern era.
And you have to think that the way the league is constructed, Brandon, parity rules, right? So let's face it, my math is rudimentary. But you would think that the average team would win 1 Super Bowl every 32 years, right? And here he is trying to win his 7th. It absolutely boggles the mind and confounds the rest of the league.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Throw incomplete as well. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Brown. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brown. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw. Brown. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now the first carry for Bush. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
To throw is Prescott. Able to hit his target land. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Sherman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Prescott yet again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are on the board here in this Super Bowl. Now the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from C.D. Lamb.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game.
Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles, they got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. That you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Brown.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. They'll need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Bryce Behringer now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. 35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
That one finds Hyatt.
He's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. Looking to throw. Brown. Touchdown! A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Patriots continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Now Ryland for the PAT.
And the lead is now 13. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. These two teams have had plenty of extra time to make their final adjustments, but time's just about up. The final half of the NFL season is upon us. So let's get it back out to our Super Bowl broadcast team. Here's Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi Trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Prescott on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Matthews. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Brown to throw on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Inside handoff, Matthews.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Brown now looking to throw on 2nd down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and that's good for a New England 1st down.
And how about that on 3rd down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up the 1st down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play on the
touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Always important to get the first score of the 2nd half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Ryland on for the extra point.
And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it ends with a New England touchdown.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
The final quarter here on the biggest stage of the biggest game of the year is about to come your way. 3 quarters in the books, and the 4th up next here in Super Bowl 65.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
1 more quarter remains now in Super Bowl 65 as we welcome you back.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Now that was the legit play right there. I had the wrong.
And the Cowboys have got it.
I had the wrong defense. That was legit.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Patriots ready to try again on offense. And they have been the better of the 2 sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. to throw. Brown. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. 38 yards. And the Patriots are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams? In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion. But still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do. And don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Prescott now. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Play action now, Prescott.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing. Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Right back to him on first down. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Pats are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the fourth quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On second down, Prescott again. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Prescott on first down. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Prescott. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on fourth down. Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 170 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards. Second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And it's another Super Bowl title for the New England Patriots. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely Do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it? And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.